The New York Times review wrote in 1944 about the following piece: "The work is a test for the ears, the intelligence, the receptiveness of the most learned listener. The immense audience accepted the sonata whole, as it were, and applauded it, while Mr. Yehudi Menuhin, the violinist who premiered it, led the composer back and forth upon the stage to receive the tribute." Yehudi Menuhin's first impression of this solo sonata was not entirely positive. He said, "Little did I foresee that he would write me one of the masterpieces of all time. But when I saw it in March 1944, I admit I was shaken. It seems to me almost unplayable." However, after he had studied the piece and mastered its difficulties, he revised his opinion. The first hazy impression was ill-judged. The solo sonata is eminently playable, beautifully composed for the violin, and one of the most dramatic and fulfilling works that I know of. The most important composition for violin alone since Bach. Béla Bartók wrote one further piece before he died in September 26, 1945. Welcome to Philosophissima Plays, where I will introduce you to a piece played musically and additionally contextualize it to our current time in creative ways. Menuhin considered the second movement of the solo sonata, the fugue, the Fuga, as, quote, "perhaps the most aggressive, brutal music I was ever to play." For all those who don't know what a fugue is, here's a brief explanation in under 1 minute. A fugue is a polyphonic musical composition where a theme is stated. This is called dux, which means leader in music terms. After that, it is answered, which is called comes. Usually more voices are added to intertwine over the course of the piece and additionally transformed in 3 ways, like in the movie Tenet. Retrograde, which can be seen as going backwards, like watching a clip from end to beginning. Inversion, flipping a clip upside down, what went up now goes down. Retrograde inversion, going backward and flipped upside down at the same time. In Tenet, you could picture retrograde as moving backwards in time. Inversion can be interpreted as reversed physics, like bullets returning to guns, and retrograde inversion as experiencing both simultaneously. A fugue, also meaning escape, etymologically having the same origin with dissociative fugues, where a person feels the sudden urge to escape a situation, also seems to come up with me while I was watching the more and more aggressive tones developing in political debates.
We gave you, through the stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and you men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment.
Biggest success after that terrible era in our history was to label Adolf Hitler as right and conservative. He was exactly the opposite. He wasn't a conservative. He wasn't a libertarian. He was a communist, socialist guy.
I wanted to catch that striking resemblance in aggressive voice discourse with Bartók's solo fugue while trying to implement and combine classical music structures with resembling Freudian psychoanalytic terms with the video content, which brought me to the core idea to today's video. The dux, so the leader representing the superego, the guiding principle, the comes, the follower, as the ego, the conscious self following the superego's lead, and inversion reflects the ideal I, or in other words, mirror image. Let me know in the comments if you want a follow-up video to a detailed analysis of this work.